my name's Imogen and I'm from Little Heartbeats, and tonight I've been joined by the lovely mummy who is called
Grania.
Hi, and where are you from?
I'm from Northern Ireland, a place called Lisburn, just outside of Belfast.
Oh, nice. You're our first Irish mum that's agreed to do this.
Am I? Good.
Yeah, I think you are. If there's any other Irish mums out there that want to do this, let me know. Hit me up in the comments and I'll arrange it to you. We've very amazingly. It's quite not actually not too late. It feels later than it is actually. We're going to do our 1 minute interview challenge, which isn't going to be 1 minute. I don't know why I still continue to call it that. Are you ready to go?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. At what point did you pprom in your pregnancy?
At 19 weeks and 3 days.
And what was the outcome of that pregnancy?
Unfortunately, my baby was born at 20 weeks and 3 days, and I did get the pregnancy induced because I took sepsis. So the hospital felt my life was in danger, so the baby had to be induced.
Okay. How did you find out about Little Heartbeats?
It was nobody else other than a nurse that happened to be on the ward who printed me off a little leaflet from your website.
Oh, wow.
And no other obstetrician, no other sort of higher up person in the hospital, but it was a nurse that provided me with the information from Little Heartbeats.
Okay. What's the best thing about Little Heartbeats?
Oh goodness, I don't know where to start with that. I think it's the fact that there are so many people throughout the whole of the globe, and what connects us is this condition. But it's like it's like you mentioned before, Imogen. It's like a family, you know. Whether it's just asking someone a bit of advice, or just the fact that you know that we're kind of all going through the same pain, or the same happiness through that pain, just all that kind of stuff. And obviously, there's the information from a medical perspective, but yeah, that's kind of sort of sums it up roughly.
If you don't mind, I'd like to explore that a little bit more. Like you mentioned that it felt like a family. And I hear that a lot, and I love that. I love that we're all connected, and I love that it's not just a UK thing. We're literally all over the world now. And we've had mums from Thailand and Korea and Australia and Canada and USA. I feel like we're one huge bit of South Africa, and and what do you think? How important is that concept of family and knowing that you're not alone?
Well, one of the first things I found really difficult when this happened to me was stepping out for the first time as a non-pregnant person. You know,
Right, okay.
the looks, the people who were afraid to have their babies around you. When people used to say, "Oh, sorry for your loss," I used to go, "No, I haven't lost anything. I've been robbed. My baby's been stolen."
Yeah.
You know, so it's the words of others and the actions of others, which they don't quite understand, could be so soul destroying. So it's been able to discuss that and have other people, you know, who use Little Heartbeats know exactly what that feels like, because no one can understand. They can empathise with that feeling, but they won't understand until they've actually gone through it. So the only people that would understand is people who it's directly affected, you know, and that's other mums, you know.
Yeah, and we spoke a bit about before we started recording, and the importance of, you know, we're all in this together, and the power of, if we all put our minds together and if we all really push this, regardless of outcome, it would be a massive step forward.
Well, when this happened to me, I could just feel myself just slipping down into like a real depression, and I almost felt like I was going to have a nervous breakdown. You know, how it was meant to be. Meabh was planned and wanted and loved, and, you know, unfortunately we had to go through IVF. So it was our second cycle. So it just felt like everything just came crashing down. So I was like, is this my life now? Am I just going to be seen as the woman with the dead baby? You know, am I just going to be amongst the social circles, like, you know, people feeling sorry for me? You know, is this it now? Am I just going to be sad for the rest of my life? So I just kind of made a choice to kind of go, do you know what? I'm not going to let pprom define me, and I owe it to my baby to do something about it. And I understand that there is other women there who just are so broken. Their souls are so sad and so broken. They can't get past that, which is which is totally fine. But for me personally, it's like I was like, I owe it to every baby that has died through this, and I owe it especially to Meabh to do something about it. And I just feel that if everybody was to get together who uses Little Heartbeats to not just spread the message, but to commit to doing some element of fundraising. It doesn't have to be millions. It could just be like £5 or $5 or whatever your currency is.
Yeah.
To get together and to raise money just to stop it from happening, because it's such a simple cure, but it could have such a dramatic effect to life. And I just feel like, if I have to bear this cross, well then I want my child to have a legacy, rather than just that's it. She was too special. She was alive for 10 minutes. She survived 10 minutes. The doctors told us your baby will not survive the birth. She's too small. But for a baby that was 20 weeks and 3 days, she lived for 10 minutes. And if she could be strong in that 10 minutes of her little tiny life, well, then I owe it to her to be just as strong and do something with that. So that's why on her birthday, the 15th of December, where she should have been born and we should have been carrying her out of hospital, we put on a fundraiser and we raised £1,000. And I briefly touched on how we got there in the instance, and just to try and give as much information to people as possible, because if that message helps one pregnancy, well then it was just so worth it. So I kind of just put my own sadness to one side. I went, do you know what? Maybe we survive for 10 minutes, so I owe her that same strength,
Yeah, I'm gobsmacked. I said to you this before. I feel like I'm talking to someone who doesn't quite belong on this earth in a way.
I don't know. I get it all the time, and I'm just an ordinary person, and I just.
Where do you find your strength from to have this attitude, like just to have this way of thinking? Because I could, hand on heart, I mean, I've had a miscarriage, and it still haunts me now. And I am definitely the mom that, I sank, and I can't think about it for too long. And I'm just in awe of the mums that were able to go, you know what, we've got to get out of this, and we've got to make a difference. And whenever I speak to a mum, I'm just there like, how did you get there?
Because I just feel like, Imogen, I don't know if obviously everyone has some sort of spirituality, whatever your spirituality is, whether you believe in energy or whatever you choose to believe in. Well, I'm actually, Catholic, but I believe that everybody has a destiny.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought about it and kind of went, who am I to sort of throw back what someone's destiny should be? And I kind of sat and thought, well, maybe Maeve's destiny was to spread a message. Maybe the purpose of her life was to, do something bigger than grow up and, I don't know, leave the house, go to university and get her own house and car one day. Maybe it's bigger than that. So I just thought, like, who am I to kind of throw back in the eyes of God her destiny? So I thought, no, I have to accept this, and it's not the type of life that I would have wanted, but it is what it is. Yeah. So I just decided this is the way it has to be, and that's what kind of I went with. There's times where, don't get me wrong, where like it'll be silly things, like I was locking up my business and looked up the sky and seen this really bright star, and I just felt this instant connection. Like I thought, that's my Meabh, Or there's times where I love my niece, and she'll say something, or like I see her interacting with my husband, and I just go, I just wish, I wish I had my own daughter, And I said to my sister how lucky she is to have that, and how much I would just love that, that. So there is times where I get upset. I'm not like this all the time, but there's times where it does get me, and it can be difficult, but I just try to turn that sorrow into something more proactive that's actually going to make a change.
Setting me off. I was trying to keep, I was noticing I was pulling some really weird faces, and it's just genuinely me trying to be professional and not go, just like falling. And they're like, people are going to go back and go, God, what was wrong with Immy? I'm like this, trying to like keep it together. Oh my gosh, you're inspirational,
I know it
woman.
probably sounds a bit like weird, but I just think like of every woman who has had the sadder side of this,
Yeah,
who's had to bury their child or to like whatever way you've chosen to have that sort of final goodbye, you know, we owe it to those babies to make sure that their legacy is a final cure.
yeah,
So like my challenge to everybody would be, what can we do to stop this once and for all? And I know that there's the stem cell project for a patch.
yeah,
So it's like, maybe what we should all do is to try and commit to doing something that's going to actually make a massive a change beyond the change. It's like, if you look at all the women that got the vote, in the UK, if you look at all the women in society that have made a change in a massive way, I just think that there's such potential for us to, throughout the sorrow, that there is a happy ending.
yeah,
Rainbows can come in different ways. Some of us will have our rainbow baby, some of us may not, but there's another way to kind of get that rainbow, I think. And me and my husband are going through another cycle of IVF, but if it doesn't work, well then we're not going to try it again, because it's so emotionally draining. It's a
yeah,
horrible thing to try and go through psychologically. So if this doesn't work, that'll be it. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I just think that we're in such a powerful position to actually create a cure for this, and I think that's special.
Yeah, well, fingers, toes, and everything. I'm sure every single person that's going to be watching this will want all the best for you, and we really hope and pray that your IVF gives you the result that you want. Oh, you're amazing. Thank you so much for Thank you so much for talking to me. And for those of you that are watching, this lady has just had a car accident, so I can't believe she's walking and talking. She's literally she's KO'd a car. It's written off. So, double bonus points. This girl needs cookies and chocolate and wine and flowers. So, please send all our love to you. And, oh, yeah, we've just got you out the hospital. So. I can't believe you're doing this, and you just double bonus points for you. So thank you so much for talking to us.
No problem.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.